What up? Well, it is your girl Nancy Farm Fancy, Farmer Nancy. Good morning, and we're here to share with you guys another day, another episode here at the Blank Slate Farm with our Blank Slate Farm project, where we are doing it from scratch with absolutely nothing, no cash flow, no investments. We're taking our own funds, what we can get from hustling and grinding it out here the best way we know how to get in our cheap deals on all of our products. So we got our cheap deals. Don't worry about the boys' football gear. Mom is still grinding it out. So let's talk about it. We about to do some seed starting. So these are all germinated. We waiting for our friends to pop up. Our friends over here have popped up. But we want to take these friends and put them into their own individual holes over here. So hopefully we'll have, these are our seed trays that we got for the Lolo, our 72 cells. They didn't come with soil. So we do have our own potting soil. And I think last time I told y'all, when we were potting up our eucalyptus that we like to use the Vigoro, right, for our potting mix. We do make our own potting mix, but we are the Blank Slate Farm, and this is our experiment. This is our Blank Slate Farm project. We didn't have nothing. We broke farmer broken it. And so we are using what we can use for the Lolo to start our urban farm in the city. We're going to show you guys how to get going, how to get started. These bags of Vigoro right here, I already mixed. It can be expensive to buy peat moss plus your perlite plus your compost plus your fine potting mixes or sands or whatever it is you want to mix together to make your seed starter. And you want to have a fine seed starter so that your seeds will have enough energy to break the soil and be able to come up. Sometimes when you don't have a soft or a fine enough seed starter, you won't get germination or your seeds won't be able to break the tops. So here we can see our first true leaf is starting to grow. So these are going to be your first true leaves here. Let's see if you can see this one right here. It's going to be one of your first true leaves of our red jewel cabbages. So we want to definitely get this one into its own fresh pot. Now, this is going to be risky because your seedlings are in a baby stage, right? So we're going to have to be real delicate and real gentle when we move these seedlings from these trays to our fresh trays over here. And we want to hope that we can gather at least 72 to fill up this tray. I do have some more that I have in the back in another nursery area, so don't fret, we're gonna get there. I think we also planted 2 trays of collards. We did 2 trays of kale. We trying to experiment. Farming is always about experimenting with the things that you want to eat, you want to see, or that your neighbors or your community enjoy. So for us here, we have a lot of Mexican neighbors who enjoy peppers. So we have our chili pequins that they're a small bush, really small peppers. And so we're gonna try to germinate some chili pequins and babysit them through the fall and winter and get them into next spring. So those 2 trays. And then I think we also did 2 trays of broccoli. So that's what we have, and we have our cabbages. So we're gonna fill up these trays, kind of finely spread our soil and kind of pull out a lot of the big chunks, because we want a fine mix, right? We want to kind of get it in there finely. We don't want a lot of big chunks. I kind of break it down these. Want to kind of get those out to the side. And because when you're dealing with seedlings, once they do get their first true leaves, they're going to need energy, right? So a lot of people don't fertilize their seedlings. That's why I like to move my seedlings into a potty mix that has some type of nutrients and some type of soil, because your peat moss and your sphagnum moss, your mosses and stuff, it's not going to really have any nutrients to feed the plants as they grow. So I like to use a potty mix that has some nutrients, has a little compost, has a little feeder in it to kind of give our seedlings that next push into growth and development. So I like to leave our seeds in these trays until they're about, I say 3 to 4 inches. And then we either put them out in the field. In some cases, we pot them up. But we're going to just take these once they're about 3 inches and put them straight out into the field. There is some stuff that we're going to be directly seeding. That's going to be our carrots. We're going to direct seed our beets. We're going to direct seed our radishes. What else are we direct seeding? It's some other stuff. I can't think of it right now off top, but we're going to get it in. So I'm going to show y'all here in the next second what it's going to look like transferring our seedlings into their own pots. All right, we filled up those trays. And one of the things I liked about these is that they came with a catcher tray down there. So I'm actually going to poke some holes in one of these and use them to start germinating our onions. And we got it full. I want to just kind of wet it down just a little. Give it a little moisture so we're not moving those roots into dry soil. I'm going to get it a little damp. Let that water soak down. Fill it like this. It's not too filled. Give it another little spritz. Right, now this is where it gets real. So we want to poke us a little holes. Get some holes poked down in there. So we're going to drop those roots. Just like that. Right, now said you want to be gentle, super gentle. This one is happy. Just pop it out, just like that. And pop that out. See how we pop that out? Bring it over here. It's a little extra soil. We want to take this little plant, kind of clean it off at the root. Yeah, everybody do this how you feel. You know, to me, growing veg farming, it's an experiment, and it's all about just tuck it right down in there. Just tuck it. Just tuck it right down in there like that. And then want to get us a little bit of soil. Just kind of surround it. It takes time, you know. There you go. She's in there. Just like that. And we're gonna do that for those, and I'll show y'all the finished product. We'll probably be able to fill up one side and kind of keep going and keep growing. And that's it. So water them, and we got each cabbage its own tray. Now they might go through a little bit of shock, a little transplant shock, might be a little bit nervous, but that's okay. We're gonna give them our love and our undivided attention as we go through this process. So this is everything from seed start to finish. And this is gonna be 36 red cabbages that we were able to get from over here. And I am gonna finish potting up the rest of these and give them their own tray over there as well. So that's it, y'all. You know, it's all about the process. You know, we're going from seed start to finish. We planted these last week with the interns, and so once they start to pop, we'll start. We might leave them, you know, in each tray. It all depends. These, I'm a heavy seeder, you guys, so I just kind of heavy seeded. I was kind of checking the germination of these seeds. I've kind of had them for a while, and so you always want to check your germination rate on your seed packages once you get them. And see, some of these are getting kind of leggy, but we might not necessarily need too many of these if we're able to fill up this. So once we get that down, we'll have 72 cabbages plus whatever will be left over. We'll put the rest in here. So hopefully we'll get about 80 in total, 80 seedlings of cabbages, and we'll try to put like 36 in each row bed out there in our field. We'll try to put 36 in each row, so that'll take up 2 rows. We're gonna shoot for having 20 50-foot row beds, and so that's the first 2. We'll only have 18 to go, and in those 18 we had opportunities, like I said, to direct seed our carrots, beets, radishes, lettuce. We may also do arugula, which has this really spicy bean flavor, and that'll be that. So when y'all are starting your seeds and you have everything, you want to read the back of your seed pack, right? And it's going to tell you a lot of information. So here, let's check this out. These are chili pequins. For instance, this is the kale that we planted, right? So on our seed pack, it's going to tell us how many seeds. It's going to say that it's going to take us 30 days to maturity, right? So these will be our baby kale, and 65 days to full mature kale. And on the back, it'll tell you the specifications, right? It's going to tell you the pHs for your soil, irrigation. You want to do irrigation for your best crop, and it'll tell you if you want to transplant, you want to sow. And so this is what we're doing, right? We're transplanting our kale. We're going to transplant all that stuff. So you want to do, depending on the age of your seeds. For instance, my seeds were a little bit older, so I did 3 to 4 seeds per cell. But you want to do 2 seeds per cell. We have our 72 plug flats, our trays. You want to do, in the flats, you want to do 3 to 4 seeds, right? In 20 row flats, or in outdoor beds 1/4 inch deep. So you want to put your seeds about 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch deep. So that'll be on my finger. I don't know if I can see my finger. Like I kind of use my finger for measurement. About there's an inch. That's 2 inches, so about that much. So when you're poking your seeds and you want to get them in, you want to kind of take your finger, get it in there about 1 inch, 1/4 inch. That's how deep you want to get your seeds in, right there. And you just want to drop 3 or 4 in and then cover with soil, right? So that's for you guys. If y'all missed our seeding session on this tray and you're just now joining us for the transplant over to our 72 plug flats, that's for y'all. Y'all want to get started, like I said, use your finger for measurement, about 1/4, halfway to a full inch. Just want to get it down in there, just like that. All right, y'all, I think that's all I got for y'all. Here goes our basil, right? We're gonna get started on our basil. It's gonna take 68 days. Today is October, so we'll be having good basil by end November, mid-November, which isn't bad. We're gonna go into winter with all these fresh herbs. I'm gonna give celery another go for sure. I'm gonna try to give celery another go. This is our herbs that we grew last season. If y'all missed it, we grew an herb garden and dedicated it to the sector's anxiety, panic attacks, high stress. It was filled with chamomile, mint, everything you need for a balanced mental health relaxation moment, sipping some tea. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. So I'm out. We're going to keep watching these little babies, you know, watch them pop up. And they strong. They strong. And like we said, we use some potting soil. We potted them up using some soil that has lots of nutrients. So don't worry. Don't worry. I'll keep y'all posted. Peace.